But this is confirmation that male bonobos do each other's dicks. What poor f***ing son of a bitch had to do this? How do you do this? Oh my god, there's a supplementary video. Listen, those bats are probably having the best time of any fucking lab animal. Michael! Are we gonna look at this fucking article? Are we actually gonna do Scuffed Science Sunday? With this fucking cursed ass thing that Art gave me that is actually open. It's crazy because I didn't even have to worry about access to this. This is such a short paper too. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 4 fucking pages long, barely 4 pages long. And one of the pages is just graphs. Hello everybody, welcome to Scuffed Science Sunday. I'm your host, Pomatomaster, and this gem of a paper was provided by a resident community member. Thank you, ArcFlash, for this. This was, wowee. I saw this and I'm like, damn. We're not gonna go through all of this. It is a very short paper, though. Oral sex is widely used in human foreplay. That's a great starting line. Fellatio has been recorded in bonobos, paniscus, but even then functions largely as play behavior among juvenile males. Wait, pause. The male juvenile bonobos just each other's dicks. They're homosexual, chat. The short-nosed fruit bat, Synopterus sphinx, exhibits resource defense polygyny, and one sexually active male often roosts with groups of females in tents made from leaves. Female bats often lick their mate's penis during dorsoventral copulation. Wait, what does that mean? Dorsoventral. The female, oh my god, wow. The female lowers her head to lick the shaft or the base of the male's penis, but does not lick the glans penis, which has already penetrated the vagina. Oh my god, wait a second. Wait, is she doing it while, is she like leaning over? Wait, but she's doing it while it's happening. Yo, that's crazy. What? Males never withdrew their penis when it was licked by the mating partner. A positive relationship exists between the length of time that the female licked the penis during copulation and the duration of copulation. Furthermore, mating pairs spent significantly more time in copulation if the female licked her mate's penis than if the fellatio was absent. I mean, that makes sense, right? Males also show post-copulatory grooming after intromission. At present, we do not know why licking occurs, and we present 4 non-mutually exclusive hypotheses that may explain the function of fellatio and C. sphinx. This is a wild thumbnail in the It's science! I'm a biologist, okay? I'm a biologist. I don't know why. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different people contributed to this paper. I want you to point out, this was published in PLOS 1. Okay, this is a well-known, reputable journal. I just want to know what it must have been like to spend multiple, probably either months or even years studying f***ing bat fellatio. Was there an ethics statement? Oh. The research presented in this manuscript was conducted according to the protocols approved by the Guangdong Entomological Institute Administrative Panel. Yeah, so the ethics committee got to approve this. Hey, yo, we want to watch bats each other off. Is that okay? Listen, those bats are probably having the best time of any fucking lab animal. You know? Of the existence of a lab animal. This is gotta be peak, right? Yeah, you are in a lab, but you're just allowed to fuck. You're just fucking. Oh my god. They include specifics. That's crazy. There's so many fields of science, and I'm so happy I did plant stuff. I think I would go insane. Although it is widely used in human foreplay, oral sex has rarely been recorded in non-human animals. Oral sex occurs infrequently between juvenile males or between juvenile females and juvenile males as play in bonobos. But this is confirmation that male bonobos do each other's dicks, which is pretty sick. I got it. So if anyone ever tells you that this is not natural, being gay is not natural, you can point to this is another indication that nah, this is totally natural. We aren't even talking about giraffes in this case. This is literally an ape. To date, evidence for an adaptive explanation for oral sex in animals has been lacking. And the behavior has been considered largely specific to humans or associated with play. Here we provide evidence that oral sex by females on males, fellatio, thanks for specifying, is routine during copulation in short-nosed fruit bats. And we argue that it's likely to confer adaptive benefits. So far, oral sex is not just for fun and a good time. They're saying that, at least in bats, it actually confers a benefit. Write this down, everybody. Write this down. Even though the bats belong to the second largest order of mammals, little is known about their copulatory behavior because bats are nocturnal and many roosts are inaccessible to humans. Oh, so they're getting freaky in there. We don't know about it. Ooh, at present, descriptions of copulatory behavior exist for the hammer-headed bat, the little brown bat, the common vampire bat, the Indian flying fox, and the Brazilian free-tailed bat. Specialized behaviors associated with reproduction, including harem forming, tent making, and territorial defense, appear during the breeding season in some bat species. I love harems, dude. Some recent studies found that non-harem males were actively involving in female recruitment and also obtained some reproductive success. Based on this information, we wanted to know more about the nature of copulation in this bat species. We observed that females were not passive during copulation, but performed oral sex, licking their mate's penis during copulation. This paper will provide information on the copulatory behavior. So was this like a surprise? Like they were just like, oh, let's look at this mating. Let's see how these guys mate. And then they're like, write that down, write that down, write that down. 30 males and 30 females were marked with split metal bat rings on their left or right arms. They were fed with bananas and water, with added vitamin supplements and libidum every day. After the investigation, bats were released from the place of capture or used for other studies. Uh-oh. So maybe some of those bats did not have such a good time. Can you imagine you go from the study to like a COVID study? That would be so unfortunate. You have it like really, really good as a bat. Like you're being fed bananas and water, and you just get that like every day. And then they're like, okay, study done. We're taking you to another study now. Ah, unfortunate. 20 successful copulations were observed among these 30 pairs, and each copulation was from a different pair. We tested all data for normality, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, what a sentence. We tested all data for normality and used parametric analyses and linear regression to determine whether the total length of time that the female licked the male's penis during copulation and the total duration of copulation were associated. Were they not like giggling the entire time they wrote this? I would be giggling the entire time I wrote this. Or do you think they had gone so numb to this concept by the end of it that they're like, just fucking get it out, man. This is such a short paper, by the way. During copulation, the pair appeared to move forward and backward, uninterrupted and rhythmically. Oh, very good, guys. When a male was chewing or severing the Chinese fan palm leaves to make a tent, or when males crawled upon the upper surface of a tent, or were grooming themselves within a tent, a female would fly to the tent, stretch her wings, move her head slowly towards the male, and then sniff the male's face and neck. Subsequently, the pair's head extended towards each other, and the bats would lick one another. They were kissing. At this time, the male would make approaches to the female with his thumbs. After moving onto the female's back, the male would adjust the position to find a more appropriate copulatory posture, so the pair would adopt a face-to-back mating position. Sometimes the female appeared to resist or even escaped by accident, and then the male would follow her until copulation was completed. In 2 instances, the female evaded the male for about 8 to 25 seconds and turned to bite the male, but later the male followed her until mating was completed. In 4 instances, the female appeared to resist the male's approaches, but did not evade successfully. Oh, womp womp. Dude, that's so sad. And the copulations were eventually completed. When the copulation was completed, the male licked his penis for several seconds. The self-licking occurred after all of the 20 copulations, but was absent after 3 instances in which intromission failed to occur. That's like what dogs do, huh? They do not know. They do not know consent. Poor bat gang. Poor bat gang. Rest in peace, bat gang. How do you do this? Oh my God, there's a supplementary video. Interestingly, we found the female lowered her head to lick the shaft or the base of the male frequently during How? Oh, I don't want to watch this video. I'm not going to. I'm gonna leave it up to my imagination. They're saying that saliva has a protective repertoire that goes beyond antibacterial activity to include antifungal, antichlamydial, and antiviral properties. Really? Oh. Damn. Don't test that, chat. Don't test that. Ignore that. We believe that ours is the first large-scale observational study of oral sex in non-humans, and we extend the interpretation of such behavior beyond that of pleasure-giving into an evolutionary context. They literally made graphs out of this, dude. Length of time with or without licking behavior. The licking is in black portions, and the not licking is in white portions. And I guess this is in seconds? What poor f***ing son of a bitch had to do this? Someone had to, like, it was probably a student, too. Some poor student had to, like, watch videos of bats fucking and literally count the amount of times they'd be licking themselves. I am so happy with what I did for grad school. Each of these papers that I look at, I'm like, damn, I'm just so happy with myself. Bats are cruel. Anyways, I don't really think, I don't want to stay on this for too long. I am a little worried about getting in trouble. But I think that's enough. You know? We've learned something today. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't even know what I can provide. This science looks fine here. It is still a small sample size, that being, what is it, 30 bats? But, like, I really don't have a problem with this paper in terms of, like, experimental design. Maybe I'm just being completely blinded by the fact that they just watch bat for, like, endless amounts of time. Oh, Jesus Christ.